Saw a chameleon the other day. So I guess it was a pretty shitty chameleon. Welcome to Popcorn Culture 2. Me and the production crew are having sort of some technical difficulties. When I say me and the production crew, I mean me and my dog. My laptop charger is sort of on the fritz today, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Today we are going to talk about the top 5 strong female characters ruined by their writers. So first we're going to talk about Daenerys Targaryen. Top bitch, right? Except for the beginning. Stockholm Syndrome. Ended up falling in love with a rapist. Okay, legitimately, she was sold into marriage by her brother, which kind of a shitty thing for him to do. But I think the only reason that this turned out to be okay is because it sort of freed Daenerys from her brother and allowed her to become the hard bitch in charge that we all love. Peggy Carter from Captain America. She punched that guy after, he insulted her and disrespected her. But then when she got jealous over Chris Evans, she shot at him. Don't shoot at boys that you get jealous over. Don't do it. Ellen and Joe Harvell from Supernatural. Killed off because they were strong bitches in a female-dominated fan base. Ellen and Joe were tough ladies. I mean, they were gritty and real and on par, totally equals with Sam, Dean, and Bobby. And what happened? The girls in the fandom didn't like them, so they died. As a brief aside, Supernatural kind of has a bad habit of treating their female characters a little badly. With the exception of Meg Masters, who is the only woman to survive all 7 seasons of Supernatural. A really evil, nasty demon bitch. Lived. Nice going, Supernatural fans, for killing off the only 2 strong female characters. Ellen and Joe were killed at a moment when they were honestly not being themselves. I don't think that they would have just laid down and taken it like that. So, that's why they're on this list. So now that we've talked about some bad decisions made by some really awesome female characters, let's talk about some really cool female characters. Totally strong, hard bitches in charge. That are good role models for the kids, as it were. Basically, all of the Doctor's companions. Stephen Moffat and Russell T Davies treated their female characters with a lot of respect, and it was really kind of refreshing to see that. And I want to point out Martha Jones in particular. So, Martha Jones went through hell and back. Her family was abducted by the Master. She got stuck in a time when women, and especially women of color, were put down on a daily basis, and it was pretty regular. But the best thing about Martha, I think, is that when she knew that she was in a messed up relationship, loving the Doctor and not having it being reciprocated, what did she do? She left. She said, "I'm sorry, but this is not healthy, so goodbye." Yay! Good for you, Martha! That is a good example. That's setting an awesome example for ladies. That's so good for the young girls to see. She was smart. She was going to be a doctor. And not only that, but she was a woman of color. It's so mind-blowingly rare to find a woman of color who's not a stereotype. And Martha was the exact opposite of a stereotype. Educated, tough, real. Oh, ooh, Martha Jones. And you know what? You know what's funny about that? Martha Jones is my least favorite companion. But it's kind of like saying Martha is my least favorite brand of chocolate. Because I'll still eat it and enjoy it. And that's basically how it is with the Doctor's companions. Rose, Amy, Martha, Donna. They're all so relatable and real, and, you know, every Doctor Who fan, male or female, really is waiting for the TARDIS to land in their backyard. But Martha takes the cake for hard bitch in charge of the Doctor Who series. Alright. Real talk. I'm a Harry Potter nerd. Molly Weasley and Hermione Granger. Two awesome female role models. Molly loved her family, and she was a pretty good fighter. And Hermione was smart and not sorry about it. And it is really cool if you're smart. You know, and I think it didn't even really matter that they got someone pretty to play Hermione, because she was so good. She was so awesome, so smart, and she proved that it was really cool to be that smart. You know, the boys really relied on her strength and her smartness to sort of get them through sometimes. And she was an impressive character. Honorable mention to Lady Cat Stark for being an awesome mom and an awesome role model. Before I go, really quick, I just want to talk about how difficult it is to be a feminist and be a fangirl at the same time. And before everyone jumps down my throat, it's not because of the men in the fandom. Nerds are nerds, and if you meet somebody who likes the same things as you, they're going to share it with you. And that's awesome. It's so nice to go out in, you know, my Millennium Falcon t-shirt and meet other Star Wars fans, or I'll wear my Avengers shirt and everyone who liked Avengers wants to talk to me about it. That's so cool. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. If you love something, you want to share it with people. You know, I run into people all the time who like my Doctor Who shirt. You know, when you talk about something that you love, gender goes out the window. The hard part of being a feminist and a fangirl is coming to terms with liking so many things that are straight white male centric. My favorite show in the whole world is Supernatural, filled with straight white men. Like I already said, the two strong female characters killed. Avengers. There was one lady, and there was one person of color, who was a man. I love Samuel L. Jackson, not talking bad, but for the most part, bunch of straight white dudes saving the world. I'm rooting for a Black Panther movie, but I mean, the only woman of color in a superhero movie that I can name off the top of my head was Storm, and she was not really a main character. The X-Men movies were more, you know, Wolverine-centric. There aren't a lot of strong female characters that continuously act strong within their character. You always have to have the female character in one moment of complete panic. And even Joss Whedon, I love him, and he treats his female characters with a lot of respect, but there's always that one scene where they're crying, they're in danger. Come on. And that's really the hard part about being a feminist and being a fangirl at the same time, is that there aren't enough strong female characters. One last note before I go. It's now 4 days to Supernatural Con New Jersey. Me and my partner in crime, Liz, will be there. We will be taking footage of the event for next week's episode. I can't promise anything, but I'm really going to try and get some video footage of me touching Dick Spite Jr.'s sideburns. So, if anybody's going to be there, let me know in the comments, and I will see everybody, if you're not at the convention. I'll see everybody next week. Alright, bye guys! This is the technical difficulty part. Damn it! Jesus, fuck. Let's talk. Oh my god. Stupid fucking computer. I'm gonna fucking burn this thing to the ground.